Angel on the track.
Welcome to Blame It on the Bogey. This has been in the works for a little while, so I'm excited to have the three of you in the room finally together to talk about this. The whole concept is that there are four of us, three guys, one girl, and our aim is to put the ball in the hole. We have decided that we're gonna lock in our handicaps here, and then the whole concept is that whoever takes the most strokes off their handicap between the 15th of February and the 14th of August is the winner. Throughout that period, we're also going to be working on our long driving. So again, hitting bombs. The first we're going to do that on Tuesday, the 16th is going to be the first, and then we're going to revisit that again at the UC Golf Simulator High Performance Golf Center at the end of the bet around the 13th, 12th of August, and whoever's gained the most distance on their long bombs will win that. So I guess what we'll do first is just introduce the group. My name's Liam. My handicap is currently 19.8, and I'm the best golfer in the room right now.
Not the best basketballer. I'm Bindi. My handicap's 28.6. Very juicy start for me.
It's a joke. It's an outrage. It's a bandit.
It's probably a bit low considering how bad your swing is.
My name's Erin. My handicap is 23.9 because I'm the only one in here who plays competitions.
Oh, okay.
Interesting comment. My name's Dan. My handicap's 26.9. I think if you look it up, I've actually played more competitions than Erin, so take that,
Yeah, okay. So I guess the one rule we have is that we do need to play in a competition round a week. There's already some tension around how many competitions we're all playing. So as long as we're getting one, that's fine. Some of us will have some live stuff that gets in the way, so you just need to make up you missed one with two the next week. I think that's fair, right?
I think that's fair, yep.
One of us also needs to sort out their membership to a golf club. They need to.
I feel like Ioane would be a great choice of golf club to join, considering that's where three of us are members.
Or just get a driver. Maybe if you buy a driver, that'll help your handicap come down.
No, that's why I've not been playing with one. It's my secret weapon.
The old buy a driver mid-comp.
So I guess there's two competitions going at once. So the winner of the handicap competition will receive a voucher from our unofficial sponsor, Drum & Golf. That voucher will be for $450. Sorry, $600.
Quick math.
So each...
That was my bad.
Someone else will probably figure out the long drive winner.
Yeah. So each player will put up $150 towards that voucher. And if we can convince Drummond by the end of the 6 months to match that $150 from each player, great.
So be it.
If not, you still get a $600 voucher.
It's still quite
Would that be
juicy.
$1,200 in total, mate?
That would be $1,200 in total. So I guess what I'd like to do is just kind of ask you guys, if you get that $600 voucher, what's your purchase?
Ooh, that's tough. I think that I need something other than a pitching and sand wedge.
Ooh,
I think I might.
some extra wedges.
Yeah.
Maybe just even one. Just one to add to the bag. I don't want to make the bag too heavy with the 9 clubs that I already have.
Yep.
Any sour cream to go with those wedges, or
Probably a bit of sweet chili. Sweet
Okay.
chili sauce. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what about you, Dan? Just some new water balls, mate?
Look. I'm the guy that buys everything. I've fitted out my whole bag with nearly everything I need. So I'll probably just buy another set of irons. So I'm not hitting it well. I can just change on the day.
I feel like can we revisit that? Because I feel like when I got clubs and got fitted by our good friend Doug.
From Drum & Golf.
From Drum & Golf Fishwick. I believe that Dan picked on me for getting fitted for said clubs
Can support this. This did happen.
before then going and getting fitted by Doug again from Drum and Golf.
Yeah, explain yourself.
Yeah, Dan.
Oh, I'm happy to explain myself.
Hip,
I'm
oh,
6'7".
crap.
I need to get fitted for clubs. You're a normal sized human. Buy something off the rack.
I mean, I guess I'm 6 foot. I can't just walk in and get some ladies' clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also swing at a velocity that is significantly faster than the average woman walking into a golf store to buy a set of pink clubs. Because apparently that's all they have for women is pink clubs.
That's very true.
And purple.
Yeah, sorry, purple
Yeah,
as well.
That's very true. I actually was listening to a podcast yesterday. So my background is volleyball. I played indoor volleyball for 17 years.
Humble
and-
brag.
Pardon?
Humble brag.
Was quite good at it.
Yeah, was okay. I dabbled. But I was listening to a podcast yesterday where they were talking to an S&C coach whose background was volleyball. And he was saying how volleyball and golf are actually quite similar, being that they're both a torsion sport and you have to get your power from like your hinges and so on. So it was actually quite interesting. I was like, huh. So that is why I will
Well,
win.
you can hit bombs.
Yeah.
So if you get the power from hinges, how can you hit the ball at all given most of your hinges don't work?
It's more that they're artificial, I think.
Because I think that's a good place to start. I think we should go around. First of all, you give us an assessment of your own game, what you're good at, what you're bad at, and then we can give you our honest feedback.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. Wow.
All right, Dan.
Okay.
Since that's your idea, you start.
Okay. What am I good at?
Self pep talk.
Yeah. Well, look, to be honest, Dan, you're one of the best people to play with because you're always good for a 3-hole meltdown.
Yeah, I guess I was trying to start on my strengths.
Yep. Your strength is an ability to be able to have the best round anyone's ever seen and then back it up with the worst round anyone's ever seen.
Yeah.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
I guess some background for that. I'd never shot under 100. Came out one day. To be honest, I'd never really gotten that close to 100. I was shooting 105s pretty regularly. Came out the next day, shot a 93
So that
In competition.
yeah.
competition.
So for everyone listening, that he racked up 50 Stableford points.
Yeah, I think I was off 32 at the time. So I had 34 strokes because of the slope rating on the course. Yeah, ended up with 50 points. Dropped my handicap, which I think is a bit harsh. But so then I
Shot
thought
150 the next day.
I thought I was in the zone. So I thought, let's go out, let's play again. This is going to be great. Went out the next day and I got off to a reasonable start. Just had 14 something Stableford points on the front 9, and then brought home with I think it was 3 on the back 9.
Yep, it was. It was impressive.
But yeah, I guess
Could
my
have been 2.
my golfing strength is probably that I can hit the ball with irons a reasonably long way. I guess.
You do have a nice iron game.
Yeah, like my 5 irons pretty handy sometimes. My weaknesses is the previously mentioned complete utter meltdowns over 3 or 4 holes. Another great example, as the 26 handicap, whatever it is, I had 40 going into the back 9 on the last hole. So 40, everything, 3, 4. It was a par 4. Get a double bogey, finish with a 46. I got an 8. So, my mental game is probably certainly my weakest.
Weak.
What about your tempo, mate?
Great tempo. I've got, just really smooth.
Nice fluidity in the
Yeah.
swing. Yeah, nice.
How about you, Liam? Give us a rundown of your game and then we'll tell you what we think.
I mean,
Got
No.
to limit it to 3 strings.
yeah, none of it's good. I guess recently I've been able to get my driver under control. So traditionally, like most golfers, and particularly golfers who come from a rugby background, because we basically spend our whole lives trying to stiffen our bodies up, particularly your upper back. So like most guys who come from a sport like that, I tend to slice the ball like real bad, like 90 degrees to the right bad. But I've managed to start getting that under control. So instead of having 150 meters to the right. It's now, somewhere between 20 and 40 meters to the right, so I can kind of control it. I'm pretty happy with my chipping and my putting at the moment. I been able to save, and pressure putting, step up to the green, and you got to sink this for an 8 for a point, knock it in. But if it's a birdie putt, I'll 3-putt that.
Yeah, love that. So I
A
think
chance for a birdie? I'm gonna take 4-putt, Peter.
so. I think my comment on Liam is like, you should be better. I think we can all agree with
Yeah,
that.
no,
Like,
I feel like that's fair.
like Liam will do stuff like he'll crush it. He'll look like Tiger Woods
For a hole.
to 50 meters.
Yeah.
And then there's 100% chance he's going to try and do a lob shot from 50 meters. He's going to decelerate his swing and it's going to go 8
Yeah,
meters.
loves a good duff chip.
Yeah, he's going to do that 3 times.
Yeah.
But he's definitely the most talented golfer out of us at the moment, which I
100%.
think is going to work against him.
Well, I mean,
because
he's got a 9-shot lead on me so far. So
yeah, but
it's
like,
gonna
you're,
be-
gonna battle.
you're not really in the contest though,
I
are
feel
you?
like I feel like Lily could be good for the longest drive.
yeah.
I feel like
Because your drive goes
too high. It's
70,000
ridiculous.
meters
Yeah, it's
up.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
But still about 250.
for everyone
Stop
listening,
teeing off with the sandwich.
yeah, I hit a very high ball. So according to my Arcos Caddy app, my average driving distance is about 235. I would say my carry distance is 235.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
goes up and down.
yeah. Lots
All
of backspin.
So moving on to you, James. We'll edit out the big gap while he tries to think of his strength. But what do you got for us, James?
At the moment, my big strength is playing golf. Injured. I'm getting pretty good at that.
Tiger Woods level playing
Yeah.
golf injured.
Carrying a lot of mountain biking injuries at the moment, but having a good time. I don't know if I've got too many strengths on the course.
Well, I think it's like you're a 65-year-old lady. I think hitting those like hybrids is your strength.
Yeah.
I would say you hit a decent hybrid.
Yeah.
I think once you get some new flags, new clubs with a women's flex, they'll probably help you out a little bit.
You're unhappy with the $20 Cougar Silver Cats?
Do you know when your new clubs are coming?
Nah. So the one length, what's today? Today.
So
Yeah,
Jimbo's,
Bryson DeChambeau over
Jimbo's decided that he wants to
Just hit bombs.
emulate Bryson DeChambeau. So he's invested in
Some new Rad Speed one lengths.
a half set though.
Yeah.
Talk to the people
Go with his
about
half swing.
Yeah. We'll get to that. Talk to the people about your half bag.
So, you obviously don't have a driver at the moment. Play with a 3-wood, a hybrid, 4-iron, 6-iron, 8-iron, pitching wedge, sand wedge, lob wedge.
You just like those even numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah.
You also carry it on your back, so there's no
Yeah.
point having 14 clubs.
There's no need for extra irons. What am
Okay.
I, like,
Just wait.
as if I can control the distance that well.
Your swing is impressive to me because, as Dan mentioned, it's a half swing.
Yeah, it's very Matt Fryer-esque.
Yeah, it's like you don't even get the club above your shoulder height,
Yeah.
and you still manage to get the ball, like muscle the ball down. When you were playing with the driver, there was a couple where you hit it 250 with your bunk half swing.
The bone disease in my collarbones, not great for my backswing.
Yeah. What? Bone disease, self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lack of rehab. What a time.
Yeah.
What do you got, Dan? Anything?
No, I agree with you. I think Jimbo, when I started playing golf with him, popped his shoulder out basically every day when we were playing golf. So that's how I think he's developed the half swing, and he's just stuck with it. I don't think he
Perfected it,
realised
really.
he had the half swing until I reminded him about it
Until like 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
To which I replied, why the fuck's no one told me about this earlier?
I don't know if this is kid friendly. I don't know what's happening right now, but
Keep the language down.
Sorry.
Yeah. Come on, mate.
but also Jimbo also just never plays golf. He hasn't played in a competition for about 9 years.
I played in one this year so far. That's it.
That has a little bit to do with
The membership?
yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't belong anywhere.
He hasn't
No,
sorted his
he
life
has no
out.
house. No home.
Yeah.
And moving on to Erin to finish off the three guys. Now we've got the one girl.
So I feel like my strength and my weakness is that when I hit my drive and hit it well, I can hit it quite a long distance.
Yeah, I'd back that up.
However, when I hit it and I don't hit it well, I hit it a long distance to not the fairway.
Yep.
So
Full tilt, full time.
Yeah.
You know, you just commit to the shot.
Yeah,
It could be in someone's backyard, or it could be right down the middle of the fairway.
there was a time when we played at Gungahlin Lakes, I actually hit it probably 150 metres over the houses on the 10th hole. I think if you've played there, people know it. I could have killed someone, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll never know.
we'll never know.
But
So
like
if you're in that suburb, I apologise. I wasn't aiming there.
You hit it far enough to get over the houses, which is
Yeah.
clever,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so true.
sensible.
Hopefully it was just in it.
And what do you think about your putting?
I
Bit
feel
of a
we're
leading
talking
question
about
there.
strength. I mean, I feel like we were talking about strength.
To be fair, I don't think anyone's putting's that great.
I think recently my putting has improved. Not last Thursday. I was averaging a 3-putt, which is obviously one of the worst criminal offences you can do on a golf course, but I do not play well at a new course. I struggle to get used to greens.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I played at Iwani every golf competition, at the moment there I'm averaging a 2-putt.
I feel like that's a good point because, like, we often, not often, but every now and then we will play a competition at another course. Like, so if you're a professional golfer and you're playing at a course for the first time, you're there for like 10 days beforehand playing around every day, trying to get used to it. So I think it's ridiculous for an amateur golfer, someone with a handicap somewhere in the vicinity of ours, to expect to be able to 2-putt a green if they've never played that course before.
And we never practice putting ever.
No.
Ever. We don't even give it the, you'll see the golfers doing the token warm up on the putting green. Not us.
Yeah,
We-
you will not
yeah.
find us there. That will not be.
Yeah,
Walk
we
up to
show
the first tee, top
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and then we're off.
Exactly right. We show up, we swipe our cards in the thing, and then we pull the driver.
Yep.
Which is funny because the first and the 10th hole, which is what you predominantly start on at Iwani, are the worst holes to tee off from because if you don't get a good connection, you're in the creek.
Or the trace.
Yeah, I mean, so I played with Dan 2 weeks ago in a Friday comp, and we teed off at quarter to 7 a.m.
Yeah.
and no warm up swing. I basically rolled straight in from the car park, spoke to Dave in the pro shop.
Shot
How you
Dave.
going, mate? Pulled the driver out, and for a right-handed golfer, behind you is a nice little shrub, like a hedge.
Well maintained.
Yeah, I hit the ball off the heel of the club, 90 degrees into the hedge, and then just walked to the second hole.
I was going, like, what happened here? There wouldn't have been anyone bar Dave around.
Yeah.
You just left the ball and been
No,
like,
I just was like, you know what? It's not my day. Walk to the second
how am I
hole.
going to wipe that hole?
Yep, that's the beauty of Stableford.
Yeah.
You get upset, you get frustrated, you just walk to the next hole. So I guess the next thing we can talk about the long drive competition that we're going to do as well. So the winner of that competition will get a $200 Drummond voucher, which hopefully Drummond will
Drummond.
So that'll be $450 overall.
Yeah, I mean, yep, $450. So I guess what's everyone's strategy here to improve that driver distance? Noting too that it needs to be relatively straight. It needs to hit.
Yeah,
On the golf simulator, you can set a width for your
50
fairway.
metre width?
Yeah, I mean, if you feel that dialed in,
Good girth.
you can do that. So maybe we set it at, maybe it's 80 meters.
I'm not mad about that.
I feel like that's a relatively wide fairway.
Yep.
And look, to be honest, if you're hooking it or slicing it, it's not going to go very far anyway. So I guess what's everyone's strategy? What are the things that you think you need to tweak about your swing to get you more distance?
See, I like this question because this is a no rules
That's right.
competition. So we can spend as much money, we can do whatever it is.
I might tie Tiger Woods to wear a Liam mask and he'll just hit my drive for me.
Again, no rules.
Exactly.
That can happen.
That.
So with regards to the driving, other than getting lessons from Dave,
Shout out, Dave.
I've actually employed Jan Leg.
Oh,
Shout out, Jan Leg.
So as strength and conditioning coach.
legendary strength and
Legendary.
Big time.
conditioning.
Big time.
Previously with the Australian women's
Breaking
basketball
news
team.
right now.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, previously.
I mean,
so
some of us in the room knew about this, but
yeah, so I've actually employed her to give me a strength and conditioning program.
Golf
This
fitness.
is big time.
This is big time.
Professional trainers.
I can't wait till in a week when you've quit it.
But this is the thing. What people need to understand is that like I'm here to beat you.
Yeah.
the main competition here is Erin v Jacko. Liam and I are just versing ourselves. These two on the other side of the table, going toe to
This is where I'm
toe.
at. So yeah, I'll be doing a 3-day-a-week strength.
Oh, is that right? Will you?
Love that.
Will you be doing three a week? Okay. You're going to mark those down for all of us?
Well,
So it's-
obviously we have our Instagram account.
Yep.
So if you want me to be one of those,
Yeah,
people-
Snapchat story,
Put some
workouts.
workout vids up.
Okay.
Like, is that a rule whenever we're training, doing anything golf related? It's got to be Instagram story.
I just feel like we should.
I just think we should.
I just feel like why not?
Yeah.
It's 6 months.
Pitch and putt going on the gram, range on the gram.
And look, you know, someone might put a story up and you're within a 5-minute drive of their session. Maybe you go and try and sabotage it.
Wow.
Provide some
Okay.
distractions.
Yeah.
Jingle your keys around, talk in the backswing.
Regarding distractions,
Pour some flour on their coffee pre-round.
there's no distractions. They're not that difficult. We can just. I have a great whistle. So I mean,
Yep.
maybe Liam's teeing off.
Yeah.
A
And I
whistle
just
goes
wanna-
off.
Yeah.
like,
I mean, hopefully there's not a bird four holes over that flies past and puts him off.
no.
What about you, Jimbo? Are you going to like try and backswing all the way? Is that
Probably
gonna be your-
not, to be
your
honest.
progression?
Just more follow through. I think that's what'll
More
fix
follow
me.
through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm probably the opposite. Like I'm that guy that changes his swing every 2 rounds.
Yep.
So I might try and just find
to
something and stick with it for the whole time. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm not going to commit to a 3 times a week workout program because I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
There's no way in the world.
So is this going to be the next Rick Shields video that comes out? That's what you're going to stick with?
Oh, I've stopped watching educational videos on
Off-
YouTube
off the
because
YouTube vids.
I'm aware that I change my swing every time I watch one.
Well, like, I think it's really hard, right? So, obviously, your swing is unique to you, and there are some basic, you know, like it's like anything. It's like a jump shot. It's like playing a cricket shot. There are some fundamental things that you need to do in order to hit the ball relatively straight. But, like, you know, everything I read about fixing a slice, one thing contradicts the other thing. So I try one thing, it doesn't work. Try something else, it doesn't work. Then I try something that I've just come up with in my head, and it kind of works. And then I go to I go talk to someone else, and they're like, "Nah, that's never going to work. You're never going to be consistent that way." So the YouTube stuff is a slippery slope.
Yeah, it's no good. It's no good. What about you, Liam? Because I feel like if you just got a driver fitted for you rather than just.
My driver has been fitted for me, but I need
It's got a
to
4-degree bad boy.
I need to adjust the way it lies
in my
at the moment.
in my professional opinion, Liam's drives are too spinny.
Yeah,
That's why the ball goes so high because it'll take off at a normal trajectory
and then they
and
balloon.
then just go straight up
Yeah.
in the air.
And as soon as they start to cut, there's even
Yeah.
more side spin, back spin on it. And
It
it just drops
literally
out the
goes
air.
like 80 meters.
Yeah, it's
into the
ridiculous.
air.
You'll hit it and go, that's gone 400 meters, and then you'll, it's actually,
It's actually only 280.
it's only-
Not
Yeah,
that
because the other 120's gone up.
yeah.
Yeah, so I got fitted by a young man at Drummond Golf. So and the
Not Doug.
no, it wasn't Doug. Doug wasn't there, and the reason I thought it was hilarious is because all the other golf pros at Drummond Golf were giving him crap about shooting an 87 the day before.
Wow. Wow.
Never
Okay.
shot an 87.
Yeah, I thought to myself, well, I'd be
Haven't
pretty
shot under 100.
pretty happy
So.
with an 87. And yeah, he set my driver up for me, but at the I'd be interested to see if I went back in now with an improved swing, whether I would pick the same driver and whether the settings would be the same. Because I definitely agree at the moment the settings are not right. The driver sits up a little bit too much and it's probably got a little bit too much loft. So I probably need to loft it down and have it sit a little bit flatter.
Should that be something that we go and do? Or, like
Group fitting.
group fitting, go in and see Doug.
Do we?
And just-
The three people fit the other person? Is that how we're doing this?
I wouldn't think so. I think we'll leave it to the
It'd be
drum
nice
and
to
golf professional.
maybe get a professional to do it, but whatever. Yeah. So I guess the equipment a little bit, but I think my thing is rotation in my upper body. So I need to be able to clear, and with my hips, so I need to be able to clear room on the inside to keep the club to the inside. So I stop going over the top, so over my right shoulder and cutting across the ball. So if I can get more rotation in my hips and more rotation with my upper back, that will create the room I need to hit the ball straight consistently. Because there are times when I'm up on the tee and I'm like, okay, like I really need to rotate up here and lead with my hips, and I do it, and generally the ball flies relatively straight. But then there are other times where I just get up there and swing, and that's generally when the ball goes out to the right.
Creaks as you swing through.
Yeah, you can hear the. So yeah, that's I think, I think that's probably my problem holistically, is that I don't rotate enough. So if I can get that rotation right, yeah, who knows how many strokes I can take off that handicap.
How are you going to do it though?
Maybe I'll call Jan Leg too.
No, I've shotgunned.
Yeah, I've got
I'm willing to share Doug.
But not Jan.
I don't think I'm willing to share Jan.
Okay.
What about Dave? The two of you use Dave.
Actually, this is
What's going on there?
I don't know. I think
Well, we're gonna have to rock paper
today
scissors
I'm
for
going to have
Dave.
a chat with Dave.
Now I'm
and be
going to
like,
have to stop going.
No. I'll just have a chat with him and be like, you can't. This is private. This is confidentiality. You can't.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
just
putting up
sign an agreement.
putting up a Chinese wall
Chinese
between the two
wall.
of you.
Yeah, you can't bang on about each other's. Yeah.
So is everyone thinking lessons to try and get this thing down?
Nah.
Yeah, I could guarantee everything about Jimbo is going to be YouTube video
Okay.
taught.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, what are your plans?
Well, so I mean, I'm going to work on my flexibility. So my partner practices yoga every day and Pilates. So I'll probably jump in on like one of those.
We're talking like
should
YouTube?
fix
One
my
of those
problem.
in 6
Yeah,
months.
should fix my
Perfect.
problem. Yeah.
Are we talking YouTube yoga?
Yeah, there's a combination of YouTube yoga. A couple of our friends are instructors. So I'll probably do a bit of that. I think I do need some lessons. I know Dan's not real happy with the way I grip the club.
That's true.
I take a very strong grip. I don't think anyone's ever taken a stronger grip than me on the club. But it seems to help keep the face closed, so I'm okay with it. But I think I definitely do need to go see a professional and get them to just give me some stuff that's going to help me be a little bit more consistent. Because as we said, there are holes. I had a hole the other day where I smoked my drive, had like a nice little half swing in, put it with a pitching wedge, put it to 3 feet and knocked the putt in. So it's basically a professional golfer for 3 shots. And then I have other holes where I hit an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you, Jimbo? So you're going all in on YouTube?
Nah. YouTube's all mountain bike videos these days.
Okay.
Shout out Matt Jones.
Yeah,
Hey,
shout out
Will.
Matt Jones, my boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the one links coming, so I mean, I'm probably going to be professional in about a week after I get those.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, pitch and putt, probably just a lot of simulator, a little bit of range.
So just all self-taught.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
I respect that.
It's going to go about as well as I hope it does.
yeah,
Pitch and putts feel like it's an underrated
yeah.
little arrangement.
I just don't believe in paying people to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I already know.
Okay.
Why don't you fix it?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just fix it.
It's all right. You got 6 months.
I haven't fixed it because I've been trying to keep my handicap up for this competition.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Very cool.
Do you think that there will be a change in the scores going from summer to winter?
Yeah, that's an interesting thought because I actually think I was playing better golf in the winter than I am now in the summer. I don't do well with the heat.
You have like
I'm
all
120
that hair.
kilos.
and you've got
Probably 100
quite
shaved.
Yeah, yeah,
100 shaved. Yeah.
yeah. I don't do well in the heat, I guess. There's been a couple of rounds where I've got to like the 12th hole and be like, I want to go home. It's 36 degrees.
I was there
and
for one
it's
of those days, got to agree.
10 o'clock in the morning and I'm sweating bullets. And I guess because of COVID too, there were no, like you couldn't fill up your water bottle.
Yep.
Yeah. So I needed a 6-litre water bottle to get me through a round of 18 holes. But I guess the cold is no good for my back.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one for me because we've all only really been playing for a year. So I was so bad when we were playing last winter.
Yeah, because we were just getting started.
I was just getting started. It's tough to tell.
Yeah.
But I've certainly gotten better over the last probably 2 months, I would say.
Yeah, you
You definitely.
won't hear me say this a lot, but you have improved quite a bit.
Yeah,
You've actually become somewhat
reckon-
respectable on a golf course.
Oh.
Well, that's
And that's the
This is
nicest thing
cute.
I'm ever going to
This
say.
is
good
cute.
from you.
This is nice.
I guess you have to say that because I beat you.
And it's recorded. So.
Beat me.
Well,
What?
I'm beating you.
We're mid-competition, mate. So,
Okay.
These two guys are in the middle of a match play. So they're not using their handicaps, straight up stroke, and currently Dan is 2 up with 9 to play.
yeah.
When's the next 9?
It keeps getting postponed, and I'm not going to blame it on anybody, but somebody keeps falling off his bike going down a mountain.
Yeah, we were playing the other day, but then after I think it was 2 holes, I mercy quit because
I couldn't hold a club with my left hand.
it was no good.
I was going to say, does that person's name is rhyme with Shmame Shmera?
Yeah,
Yep, was
no
me.
good. So I let him off the hook on that one.
That's actually one of the nicest things you've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, probably preface it by the fact that we had a 2-day competition. Dan didn't turn up for the second day because there's a little bit of water
It was
about.
raining, so I didn't
And
go.
and our boy Dave said if he doesn't turn up, he forfeits the back 9 and loses. But
Well, I guess he would say that until he realises you're never going to get lessons and not paying. So
yeah, and not paying a membership. So
Let's let Twitter decide.
money talks.
So I mean, those are the stakes for the winner. There's some vouchers on the line, but I think the interesting, the most interesting thing about this bet is the punishments for the losers or the loser if you lose both. So the big one, the handicap one, the loser will need to play a competition round in a matching polo shirt and skort ensemble.
Love that. I'm assuming this is chosen by the other 3.
Yeah.
Colour scheme.
and
Yeah.
for our listeners, I know you're thinking, oh, that doesn't seem fair. Like Erin's a female, she'd wear skort. No,
She's not
Erin's
a skort
not
fan.
A skort wearing kind of person.
Yep.
Chafe.
Would you be more against skorts than the 3 of us?
It's not that I'm against them, but I feel like a little bit vulnerable. What happens if it's windy and
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you get
I
the
just-
skort tight enough that the wind's not going to.
that's true.
Ooh, a booty skort.
But then I just feel restricted. So I spent 18 years playing volleyball in bike shorts.
Yep.
So now my clothing is loose because I feel like I've been punished enough.
You've been restricted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been. Yeah, thank you. Good use of word.
And
restricted.
Ethel and Beryl that you play with every Tuesday, I don't know if they'd like the tight skorts.
No, there's a few score wearers. But yeah.
Yeah. And competition round. So my view on that is that that's not a 7 a.m. tee off. That's an 11 a.m. tee off. That's prime tee time.
Does that person have to play singly with another group, or are they playing with the other 3?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Maybe it should be a double. Maybe it should be a double. So, as in, whoever loses and someone plays, and then the other 2 are in the group in front or behind. So there's still
okay.
Yeah.
everyone can enjoy.
So maybe the winner gets to play with the loser and enjoy the front row seat,
Yeah, okay.
and then 2 and 3 play in the next group.
Yep. So we all get to experience the fun, but it's slightly more it's slightly more serious for the loser because they're playing with two people they don't know.
And you have to try and find somebody else to play with, total random, with a handicap of 45 plus.
Like a Joel or a Bob, or
So it takes you hours to get around the course.
Yeah.
If there's one thing we hate, like, we're all rubbish at golf, 20-something handicappers, but we play pretty fast.
Yeah.
which is perhaps why our golf doesn't go as well sometimes.
On that, I don't feel like, so I started playing, I got my clubs end of July.
Yeah.
So that's how,
7 months ago.
months.
so 7 months. So we haven't really been playing for,
Yeah.
Very
like,
long, yeah.
it hasn't been 12 months. And to get, so I think I started with a handicap of 41 or 42.
Yeah, I started at 38.
So you really haven't improved that much.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think you guys maybe started in maybe April or
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were
April
maybe
lockdown.
maybe a
Maybe.
month or two.
maybe May.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was
before
May because
you-
we were in lockdown till what, May,
Yeah.
June, and then we started playing pretty
then
much
we
straight away.
Yeah, and then we were all sort of we weren't working a full time, so we were all on sort of like 2 days a week, 3 days a week. So we were basically exclusively on those off days playing golf.
But I say my golf journey started when I got clubs that actually fit me.
Yeah.
Like, because till then I looked like I was wearing
Playing with
using
some
Mitch's clubs.
junior Brosnans.
Yeah, it was no good.
From
So I
1987.
feel like that needs to be put into perspective. Like, yep, our handicaps are mid-20s ish,
Yep.
but I've been playing for 7 months. You've been playing for 8 or 9,
Yeah.
and same. So while we are hard on ourselves, I feel like that needs to be put into perspective. Like we have dropped our handicaps quite a bit in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Except Dan.
Yep. So snaps to everyone.
So then the loser of the longest drive competition, and I'm excited about this one, has to stand in the middle of Ioane's driving range with whatever protective equipment on that they would like to wear, while the other three players launch 5 shots each at them at a distance of about 200 meters. So it's, you're going to have to stripe one to hit him, but it'll be worth it.
Will Dan be able to get out of the way? Will he be able to move, or he's got to stay still?
You got to stand still.
Okay, you got to stand still, Dan.
No dramas.
6'7", it's a big target.
Yeah. Snipers.
200 metres away, I'll be fine for James because there's no way in the world he can hit any of his clubs that far.
Sandwich. If I thin a sandwich, I'm a chance.
James thinks he hits his sand wedge 120 metres.
No,
He's wrong.
he hit it one time.
Can you walk up? I feel like we're getting all our topics out. We won't have much to talk about in any other podcast. But can you walk up to your bag and be like, okay, I'm 130 meters out. I'm going to use my heather.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how do you choose clubs?
No, but like, yeah, all right.
So
I'm going to get my 120 meter club. Oh no, I'm uphill. I'll get my 100.
yeah. So I had a rough idea of how far I hit each club. I never did a gapping session or anything like that, which I think is something that's worth doing. But I got given the Arcos caddy app, which has little sensors that you put on the end of your club, so it automatically tracks each time you use that club. So and then it measures the distance based on how far you walk from shot to shot. So now, like on my watch, when I play, if I turn it into, so it's got 2 modes. It's got like practice mode, which gives you like elevation, wind, all that sort of stuff, and it's got competition mode, which just gives you the distance. So if I'm 120 odd out from the hole now, I know that I can. It'll say, your pitching wedge, you average 127. So take a little bit off a pitching wedge. So I think for amateur golfers, apps like that really help. And that I guess the Arcos is different as well, is that so if you for my driver, for example, I've hit drives over 300 meters before, downhill, wind behind me, whatever. It actually discounts that drive because it's like, well, that's way, way, way longer than your normal range. And then it also chops off the bottom of the range as well.
The hosel shanks into the bush.
Yeah, exactly. So it chops off, the hosel shank. So it kind of finds a a middle distance, and then it gives you like a smart range. So it's like, yeah. So at the moment, the average with the driver is 237 or 235, but it'll give me a range. So it's like you generally average between 220 and 250, something like that. So for amateur golfers, I think technology like that is really helpful because then you don't have to, you don't have to go out and do a gapping session or like go out to an oval or a driving range and walk it out and go, oh, well, I've hit 10 balls and it's roughly it's smart in that, so if you use a club 150 times, you've got obviously a big data sample for it to give you that average. Whereas if you're just hitting 10 balls, like how many of us have gone to the driving range and pulled out the 4-iron and hit one good 4-iron and the other 9 are terrible. So it kind of
Pretty often.
yeah.
If I was to have a 4-iron.
Yeah. So it kind of takes that, I guess that guessing out of the game. So I just look down at my watch and go, okay, I'm hitting a 50 degree, I'm hitting a 4-iron, I'm hitting a 2-iron, whatever.
So I'm interested in the origins of this question now. So like you walk up to the ball, you're 150 out, you just go,
Well, so no, I don't go. But I was just so I played at Royal Canberra Thursday. Horrible. But the lady that I was playing with she'd pick her club within like 10 meters. So she'd be like, oh.
Just off the top of her head? Like
yeah, so she's like, oh, do I want my... Because she had a rangefinder.
Yep.
So she...
No.
so she'd be like, okay, well, do I want my 100 club or do I want my 110 because it's slightly uphill?
Yeah.
But all her clubs were within, like she sort of had a 10 meter. So I can, well, I mean, I feel like most of the time, it's when I'm between 120 and say 80, that's my annoying area because I don't like full swinging on a pitching wedge.
Yeah.
I don't like full swinging on the pitching wedge, but like 120 is perfect.
Yeah.
Like a nice swing on a 9-iron.
Yep. Well, and I think that's a challenge. Like I don't really like taking anything off a swing. I prefer to just swing away because and you mentioned this earlier, Dan, like my tendency is when I have to finesse something, I decelerate at the bottom of the swing and the ball goes 6 meters. So the app helps me because it's like, well, so even if the pin's at the front, it's like if I aim for the middle, I can take a full swing and just hope it hits the middle. Like I'm not that consistent, so it generally misses right or misses left anyway. But I'm completely reliant on that app.
Okay.
Like without that at the moment, I couldn't really I can rattle off some of the distances, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess that's the hard thing about playing at a new course too. Like if you aren't using an app and you just kind of play by feel, if you play at a course enough, you go, oh, well, last time I was in this spot, I hit a 7-iron, I hit it over the back, so I'll take an 8. Mm-hmm. Whereas if it's a new course, you're like, well,
just gonna wing it.
Yeah. And you're reliant on the yardage or the meterage posts around the course, and often it's not clear whether that's to the front of the green, to the back of the green, to the middle, or whatever. Yeah.
no, I'm pretty good. I know how far I hit my clubs.
Not very far.
Yeah. Well, that's assuming I actually hit the ball properly, but like I think I know my yardage or my meters pretty well.
Okay.
All right. So, look, I think that's probably enough for the first Blame It on the Bogey podcast.
I have one more question.
Oh, okay. Fire
Last
away.
one. Do we have to disclose how much money we spent
No.
in the 6 months?
I think keep a private record of it. And if
If we want to say it on the podcast, we do. If we don't, that's okay too.
If it comes up, it comes up.
I mean, I'm going to spend $0. So
I mean, look.
But that's like driving range. That's $20.
Yeah.
That's spending money.
just pick up some balls, go back and hit them.
I mean,
We're
so
at a table
like,
to talk about it later.
like I know at some point in the next 6 months, probably around tax time, that I'm gonna get an iron fitting and get that done
From Doug from Drummond.
from Doug Hogan at Drummond Golf in Fishwick.
Perfect.
After a nice sunbeam, mate.
Because at the moment I'm playing I'm playing with a set of clubs that I believe are an inch over standard, or maybe half an inch over standard, which is not ideal. And they're from about 2012. They're Nike, so that dates them because Nike doesn't make clubs anymore.
Right.
And then a friend of ours was nice enough to give me his 7-iron, which is a TaylorMade P790, and I hit that thing like 20 to 30 meters further than my current 7-iron. So I realize I'm missing a lot of distance and probably, some spin and stuff as well by using clubs from 2012.
Welcome to the Silver Cats, mate.
But, maybe I back myself and to win both of these vouchers.
Hold
And
out.
that brings the with the old clubs, and that brings the cost of my new clubs down significantly. So the stakes are pretty high for me.
Yeah, wow, okay.
I mean, I don't mind playing in a squat. I do that for fun.
Yeah,
But
doesn't bother me.
all right.
That's it.
So look, thank you for listening to Blame It on the Bogey. We will put up our first video content over the next week. That'll be our first driving contest, or driving, driving floor, driving standard. And then, we'll look to have a couple of, we've mentioned Dave from Ioane. We'll see if we can get him on the podcast.
Dave.
Maybe to talk about, we go get fitted with him and he can tell us about our perfect bag. And we'll also, get Doug Hogan from Drummond on, do the same. Maybe he has a look at our swings and tells us
His thoughts.
his thoughts on what's going wrong with them. So thank you to the three of you. And
Thanks for having us in this glorious studio.
yeah, and go fuck yourselves.
Okay.
Game on moles.
Yeah, I'm winning that $800. I'm winning those $800.
Yeah, enjoy losing, Dan.
All right, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with an update on all things handicap and driving distance.